I've put together some of my favorite exercises to help tone your muscles, lean them out, make them hard, and help you look the best you can. So I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. These two exercises are meant to be paired together. They're both for your core. They both take a little bit of coordination, a lot of focus, but makes a big difference when it comes to your stomach muscles. So getting right into it, we're going to start with the straddle crunch. Lying back, both your feet extended, your feet are flexed, and energy reaching through your heels. This is very important. If you're working your hamstring flexibility, this will help you. Then your arms are vertical, fingers reaching, and what happens is the sensation has to start from you behind your belly button, curling towards your spine, curling up and through, and you have this little mini straddle that happens as you reach through your leg and gently down. I care about the weight up as well as the weight down. Do not crunch and throw yourself back. Nice and controlled and back. Exhaling like blowing out of a straw. Nice and steady, even tempo. And you should feel just a tremendous burning going all the way through. Now, the sister exercise to this is the midline crunch. Same concept, same position, except we start in the straddle now. My hands are behind my head, supporting my neck. And I want you to create a little bit of pressure into your head as well as your hands into your head. Now we've got support for your neck. And what's gonna happen is, I call it a midline crunch because you're gonna come towards your center, your feet are gonna come to your center, all to that midline and down. Carry, lift, lift, and down. Everything's coming in, everything's controlled down. These are the exercises. It's important to pair these back to back because the first one starts to really work your upper abs, and then the second one, that midline crunch, gets you right here and into your pelvic floor. Huge for us ladies. So one thing that may come up if you're extending your legs, you're like, I'm just not getting there. If you don't have the strength to keep them up, this is the exercise you're working towards, all you need to do is bend them. Giving that nice 90-degree angle. You can use this in your straddle curls, just like this, as well as the midline, starting crunching in and back. Just because your legs aren't fully extended doesn't take away from the ab work. Start where you can start and build from there. This exercise targets the exact places that every chick is thinking about. The core, the hips, the side of the leg. It's a dirty dog. It's a funny name, but let me tell you it works. So placing your hands side by side, knees side by side, and also pointed under. This is important. What we're gonna do is it's gonna be a slow, controlled, step-by-step movement, lifting your leg up, extending out, pulling in and down. Be very connected to where your body's moving and stays. Oftentimes I see folks lift and start to sink to the side. If you feel the boat tip, it's not what I want happening. So stay really sturdy, be connected to your body, lifting up, out, pull in. That's 1, up, out, in, 2. I want you to do 10 repetitions of that. And if you're feeling good, you want to bump it up. We're gonna go to 9, get to 10, 10 double time. 1 and 2. It's like a kick line, 3 controlled. I'm not banging my leg down, and you should feel this tremendous, amazing burn right where it counts. Squatted lateral side steps. This is gonna be a great exercise to work the insides and outsides of your legs, and I've got a little extra credit in there with some bicep work. So, we're gonna use a band. When we're using bigger muscle groups, like your legs or your butt and stuff like that, feel free to use a slightly more higher resistance band. You're looking at your blues and maybe even blacks if you're hanging with me today. So, what we're gonna do is you're gonna put the band underneath in the arch of your foot. That's how you know it's gonna be secure. If you put it under your toes, it might flip up, hit you in the face, no good. So you're gonna go ahead and stand on your band and hold that bicep position. This is the extra credit. What I'm looking for is not the saggy spaghetti wrist. I need you here, tight and connected, shoulders out of your ears. Next, those hips are gonna shift back. I don't need you in a full squat, but I do need your hips down and your belly button tight. So from here, this is where you start. You stay here, but we're gonna take some steps. 4 big steps each way. 1 and 2, slow and steady. 3, 4, same thing, stay down, back. That's what it is. That's all it is. Picking up your foot, putting it down. You're gonna go 4 big steps, down and back, 3 times. That's what I'm looking for. Now if you wanna bump it up, get right back here, 8 minis. 1, 2, you're gonna feel so stupid doing it, but I'm telling you it works. And back, 1. Nice and tight. Notice how I don't lift off the ground. Notice how I don't lift up out of my squat even once in that whole series. So now, let's just say you're doing this, you're like, way too much today, can't handle it. Chuck the band, get in that same position, and do the same thing. You can hold water bottles, you could hold books, whatever you want, and stay in that nice loaded position, belly button in, and try not to hold your breath like I just did. Stationary lunges with a pulse. What I'm looking for is a nice wide gap between your feet, and I don't want them right in line. I like them kind of staggered out, foot in front of your hip, just like that. And just like in the title of the exercise, we're going to be stationary as we lunge down and press up. Simple as that. I'm looking for control and equal weight in both legs. It's very easy to want to lean forward. I see this happen a lot. Don't do this. Don't go forward. Go down and drive up. Okay? We're going to be in this place. Rock out about 10 reps. And you get to 10. Hold down. Have your knee just above the bottom of the floor and hold and squeeze. If you start to shake, it means you're doing it right. And then you're going to start to pulse. Pushing equally both legs. Up and up, up and up. Great for shaping your thighs and your butt. I don't go a week without doing this exercise. If you want extra credit on this, hold. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 2 seconds, whatever. Take it here, press it out, switch legs, hit both sides. This is lying leg extensions. It's a little bit complicated as far as the application of the band to your leg, but it's such a great exercise for giving you some really good resistance in the front and the back sides of your legs, core, balance, coordination, and also knowing your body is in space. So, what I want to show you is very important. When you put your band on, because we've got all kinds of different bands out there, this specifically has a soft handle, but I know some bands have that hard plastic handle, which also works great. What you do is you take the one band and you would slide it under that hard, or where the handle would be, right under the arch of your foot. You can see it right there and it locks it in place. That's what I'm looking for, because as we go into the movement, you're going to see the legs go up, and we need to make sure that band is secure on your leg. So that being said, you're going to come to the end of your bench. You've already got the one foot in, and swing the other band around the side. So just as the first leg, you're going to put the handle in that arch of the foot. And what I always like to do is give it a tug. Make sure you're securing in. And then your best circus of leg performance, get your legs right up and be vertical. I'm not arched, I'm not flailing, I'm controlled and tight. And we're going to take one leg, you're going to bend and extend. Notice how I'm not going below 90 degrees. It's critical that you know the start and the end movement of every exercise. You're going to do 10 on this leg, then switch 10 on the other. Once you do that, come back to the original leg, 8, then go 8 on the other leg. 6, 6, 4, 4, 2, 2. I want it all the way down till you're done. You should feel a burning here, a tightness. You'll be out of breath, and make sure this doesn't happen. Don't fall, don't fold. Stay strong and put your foot exactly where you want it in space. This is a banded tricep extension, and we're going to tack on an additional exercise, which is a round boy pulse. I'm having you superset this, which means back to back, no rest in between, and here we go. So what I'd like you to do is grab a band. Now, resistance is key. It's so critical to find the right resistance for your body, part of this muscle group. Now, since this is a smaller muscle group, maybe start with a red or a yellow band, which is lighter resistance, and go from there. So I want you to go ahead and take the one end, put your hand in the handle, and give yourself a mini loop. We're going to choke up on here so I get the right resistance for my arm. The other hand loops in the handle, and you hold on to the end of the band. We're looking for full extension right here. If you can see me already, I am firing the triceps, my back, and especially that space that kind of hangs over your bra. That's why we do it. It's so good for that. So you're going to extend all the way open, nice, tall, proud posture, and you're going to gently bend your elbow in and extend out. Don't think about bending your elbow and straightening it. I'm thinking, can I reach and touch the sides of the room? I'm looking for space, control, and really that sense of hardening your muscles. So once you get through here, I would recommend 10 to 15 reps. You're gonna hold them all the way out, and you're gonna pulse, pulse. This is your round bike pulse, pulling back and back. You should be burning, and then we get to here with 15, you're gonna shake them out, put your hands right back up, do not change the resistance, and we hit the other side, bending and extending, bending and extending. 15 here, 15 back, and then you can relax.